Well, hi there and welcome to the ISE FX Options Weekly Outlook for October 24th, 2011. As always, this is Jason Ayers of OptionsSource.net. Let's take a look at a weekly chart of the US dollar index. This is a great way to gain perspective as to how the US dollar has been trading against a basket of currencies. Well, we can see here that the dollar index bounced to test 78 before selling off back down into our 76.77 support level. With the 76.77 level acting as a key support, we expect to bounce higher to test the 78.79 resistance level. A break below 76 opens the window for a continuation lower. Let's take a look at our daily chart. The daily chart reflects the near-term support sitting at 76. A break back above 77 this week opens the window for a continuation to the upside. Next up, the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar as seen here in the ISE FX Options Pair Value CDD. Well, the CDD broke below the 101-102 support level, opening the window for a continuation down to test 100. Now, a break above 102 should yield a move higher towards 104. Lending the credibility to the possibility of a continuation higher is the formation of what appears to be a bullish wedge. Next up, the YUK, the US versus the Japanese yen. Well, the YUK dropped down to test 76 last week. The 76.5, 77 level now assumes the role of resistance. A break above 76.5 opens the window for a move towards 78. Let's take a look at the US dollar versus the euro as seen here in the ISE FX Options Pair Value EUI. Well, the EUI spent the week consolidating within the 71.5, 72.5 support level. A break above 72.5 opens the window for a move higher to test the 74.75 resistance level. A break below 71.5 signals a continuation to the downside. It is important to note that it appears as though a bullish wedge has formed, suggesting the potential for a continuation higher. Next up, the BPX, the US versus the British pound. The BPX continued lower, testing the 62.5, 63 support. We expect to bounce to test 64 this week. However, the next support sits down at 61.5, 62. Let's take a look at the US dollar versus the Australian dollar as seen here in the AUX. Well, the AUX continues to test support at 96.97, and after such a significant drop, we anticipate a bounce up to test the 98.99 resistance level. A continuation lower is likely to test 94.95 for support. Let's take a look at a few of our key points. First of all, the US dollar index bounced early in the week to touch 78, but quickly reversed to close just below 77. A break back above 77 opens the window for an upside move back towards 78.79. The CDD continues to drop towards 100. However, we are open to the possibility of a bullish wedge forming. A break above 102 should confirm a tradable move higher. The YUK broke lower and created a new support zone at 75.5, 76. A break back above 76.5 should open the window for a move towards 77.5, 78. The EUI closed the week at the 71.5, 72.5 support once again. If this level holds, we should see a bounce to test 74.75. It appears as though a bullish wedge may be forming to lend credibility to this move higher. The BPX dropped lower to test 62.5 as anticipated. We expect at least a 1-point bounce this week to test 63.5, 64. The AUX consolidated at the 96.97 support level last week. We still expect a bounce targeting 98.99 to the upside after such a significant drop. And this has been your ISE FX Options Weekly Outlook for October 24th, 2011. As always, this is Jason Ayers of OptionsSource.net, reminding you to sign up for your free webinar at www.optionsource.net. Thanks for joining me this week. We'll see you here next week.